Hey everyone, session 4 done today. My appointment was at 4:25 p.m. Left the house at 3:15, got in the car. My home charger hadn't worked despite it being connected and scheduled to charge. Had a bit of to and fro trying to get that sorted. Eventually got my home charger working, and it took about an hour and a half just to put about 20 miles on. That would take me up to enough to be able to get to my appointment and to get to a charging station. So I'm now sat at the charging station after my appointment, paying for public charge. Also today there was a flood, and the main route in and out of where I live was completely shut off, road closed, cars couldn't get through. People were having to leave their cars on the main road and probably walk like 10 minutes up to where their houses are. So then ended up having to drive all the way around to be able to even get onto the main road that I need to get onto to make the journey over to Birmingham. So it's been a bit of a day. I tried not to cry and get upset. I'm tired, going back and forth, it's fine, but also like these are the things that people don't see when you're going through treatment. Life happens, it happens to all of us all of the time, but like this week I've already had no water, and then I've had like a flood and my car didn't charge, and it's a lot. However, all done. I eventually got to my appointment at 6:20. I was called in at 6:40. Started, once they'd set me up on the bed and put me in the right position, they're like, hips this way, shoulders this way, can you just edge a little bit more, no, a little bit more this way, a little bit more that way, and it's all on like a screen. That was 6:44 when I started, and by 6:55 today I was out, dressed and out. I think I did like 6 or 7 breath holds today. There was one actually that I really struggled with. I think I was just a little bit anxious and fraught from what had happened with me getting in, and so there was one time they asked me to hold my breath and I missed the line completely and had to kind of like bring myself back down. So yeah, but number 4 is done. Symptoms wise, so I had my treatment a couple of hours ago, and I'm feeling quite nauseous today, and just not great. So yeah, that's taken its toll. Also spent about £60 last night on creams and shower gels that are recommended to help manage the soreness and prevent or treat, when it happens, please God no, any kind of like the skin can be broken and sore and stuff. And so I've probably spent about £80 in the last 24 hours on like cancer related events, happenings, things. And again, that's something else that people don't see, those hidden costs that are added into your life, that you have to add and include in your lifestyle because of the needs, the requirements. So, and I'm fortunate that I'm able to do it, and thank God that I am able to do it. I would rather spend that money somewhere else, but I can do it. But I can't imagine how somebody from a lower income family or somebody who has a big family, or like there's all these things that can impact like your financial situation, and I can't imagine having to go through this and having to think about just spending that money and what you'd be giving up to have to do this. It's just, and there's no support or help for it. You are just thrown out there to do this and figure some of this stuff out for yourself. So I'm back in for treatment next week, for radiotherapy next week. Should have been Monday to Friday. However, on Thursday there's no treatment because the machine is being serviced. And so I'm sorry about the light. I keep moving my hand with the phone in. So that means that instead of finishing on the 16th of February, I will now finish on the 17th of February. But I only just found that out today. My appointments next week are Monday at 3, Tuesday at 1:10, Wednesday at 10 to 7 in the evening, Thursday no treatment, Friday at 20 to 3. Wednesday is going to be a bit of a health admin challenge now, because I have immunotherapy at 12:15 at the same hospital, but radiotherapy is at 10 to 7 in the evening. So I'm going to have to see if I can move my immunotherapy or see if the radiotherapy can be moved. They couldn't sort that out today because that Wednesday appointment is in a different room and they can't move the patients around in that room. Each team manages their own room, and so yeah, now that's something else that I have to pick up. So again, more admin. Yeah, drive time in today was about 58 minutes. And now because it's later, getting back, it'll probably be about 45 minutes. So yeah, that's today. That's a wrap. I will see you all next week.